Litecoin is a peer-to-peer internet currency that enables instant, near zero cost payments to anybody in the world. Guys, let me point something out on the Bitcoin white paper here. Let me come here. So it says right there, you can read it for yourself. Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Currently, Bitcoin is not a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It's more like a store of value because of how expensive it is to transact on Bitcoin. If I were to start a business, I am not going to accept Bitcoin. I'm more likely to accept something like Dash, Litecoin, or something that has very little transaction fees, because on the back end, that's going to cost me a lot of money. So is Charlie Lee and Litecoin going to take over the market with their near zero cost payments? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over Litecoin, and then I'm also going to give you guys a prediction. Keep watching. What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another cryptocurrency video, and today we're talking about Litecoin. I'm gonna be going over all the details. What is Litecoin? What does it do? As well as a price prediction. Can you actually make money off Litecoin? Well, I'm gonna dive into that with the price predictor calculator here. Got all different types of market caps and circulating supplies that we can look at. And then I'm also gonna go over some details. What's Litecoin's unique sales proposition? Why is it better than Bitcoin, etc., etc.? Before we get started, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, my name is Alex. I talk about everything internet entrepreneurial. If you're looking to make money on the internet, this is the channel for you. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button as well as the push notification bell so you can get videos like this all the time. I'm not trying to brag or showboat. You don't see a Lamborghini in the background. I'm simply giving you guys practical knowledge that you can apply to your life today. I've made too many mistakes in the past, 8 years of me trying to do business in cryptocurrency, and you guys can learn for that. So again, hit that subscribe button. Let's jump right into it. So first thing I want to talk about is Bitcoin being a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It is not a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It's more like a store of value. Why? Again, like I said before, expensive to transact. It's really expensive. If you want to buy something for 10 bucks, you're not going to spend $3 to get that $10 item, right? Two, it's very slow. So as a merchant, there's ways that you can be exploited if somebody knows enough. Just like this video here. Warning. Bitcoin BTC unsafe for business. What does this exactly mean? Just to give you guys a heads up though, this is from a guy that, likes Bitcoin Cash. If you don't know what Bitcoin Cash is, it's basically a hard fork of Bitcoin. They're at number 5 on CoinMarketCap, and they basically wanted to change the code of Bitcoin. But people, got together and they picked the original Bitcoin to stay with. So they had to rename their upgrade of Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash. If they ever pass Bitcoin, this Bitcoin Cash ticker, or it was a BCH, will now be BTC. So keep that in mind. If they ever do something crazy and it works out and they overpass Bitcoin, all the exchanges would change their basically algorithm to the new Bitcoin. So that's very much a possibility. And, I'm not like a Bitcoin hater at all. Like, I do recognize that the original Satoshi Nakamoto, white paper explained it as a purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash. They said it right here, a purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash. Bitcoin is not electronic cash right now. Okay, allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. Yes, you can do that, but it's expensive to do that. So what's the point? If it's not cash, it's more like gold. Okay, people compare Bitcoin to gold. People compare sometimes Litecoin to kind of like silver because you can transact better. It's all kind of skewed. This is a different world. We can't really compare it to real world items, but that's the way they kind of try to make it comparable, right? So one thing I want to explain. Again, this is from a Bitcoin Cash guy. So keep that in mind. So what he does is he goes to a business that accepts Bitcoin, okay? He sends the Bitcoin to the business owner. They give him the good, which in this case, I think it was like a bottle of wine or something. And then he reverses the transaction. After it said completed, it said, I gave him a check mark and it said completed. He reversed the transaction and he sent the money back to his wallet. So the merchant never received any money and basically got exploited, okay? Now, this is 100% true. You could do this on Bitcoin, 100%. But you're never supposed to take that check mark as payment completed. You're supposed to be taking the confirmations on the blockchain as payment completed. Now, this is two very different things. And if you're not technically savvy, you're not going to understand it. So that's why I kind of made this chart here to explain this to you guys. Okay, I want to explain it to you because, again, like if I was a business owner, I'm not teaching this to my bartender, right? That's the reason why I wouldn't accept Bitcoin. You know, one, you have to be very technically savvy to understand these exploits. Two, it's very expensive to send Bitcoin and it's very slow, right? And all these kind of make my decision sway away from Bitcoin when it comes to that. I'll probably choose Litecoin or Dash or something. But look, this is how you exploit somebody with Bitcoin. You have wallet A and wallet B, right? These two wallets are going to be yours and yours only. This is how this guy did it, okay? So if you're accepting Bitcoin from somebody, this is very important to understand. Okay, so if the one person want to exploit you, this is the exploiter right here. He has two wallets in his phone. Okay, the wallet A has the Bitcoin in it, and the wallet B, it can be blank or it can have Bitcoin, doesn't matter. Okay, so if you want to send money to the merchant, let's say you want to send him 0.1 BTC. Okay, you send him 0.1 BTC. When you send that money, you choose your transaction fee amount. You can pay more. You can pay more money on the transaction fees to get your transaction put on the blockchain above others. So if you want to send the money faster, you can pay more in transaction fees. This is the blockchain here, right? Because if you guys don't know how blockchain works, you need to go do some research. But here's an example of a blockchain. So when I send this 0.1 BTC, it gets put on the blockchain, and then every 15 minutes, they basically get confirmed. Okay, it has to get confirmed a number of times before the money's physically in your wallet. So just because you send a transaction across the network and it says confirmed check, the original confirmation doesn't mean they physically own it. It has to go through a number of confirmations. So you send the 0.1 BTC, it goes on the blockchain, and over time, these miners are confirming it, right? For the merchant, as soon as you send it, it says check. It says check, you sent the money. So they know you sent the money. A dumb merchant will let you get away with the funds and never ask any other questions, right? But a smart merchant will wait till all the confirmations go through, right? Once all the confirmations go through and the physical money is in the merchant's wallet, that's when he'll let the goods or services go. That's why it's so hard, because I mean, you could technically let the person go drink or whatever as long as they stay in the store, right? And then if it doesn't go through, then you can go up to them and be like, hey, I never got my Bitcoin. But like, imagine if somebody's trying to buy a t-shirt and leave. They don't want to wait 30 minutes for the confirmation to go through. You understand what I'm saying? So what they can do is this person can send the 0.1 BTC, they get the check mark, and then they can send the same amount of Bitcoin to their own wallet, but override the original transaction by sending it with higher transaction fees. So the first transaction was very cheap to send, so it's low priority. And then they send the same amount of Bitcoin to wallet B with a higher transaction fee to override the original transaction, meaning that the merchant will never get the money and they get exploited. So this guy was going to come in here to go to here, but then he overrided it with another transaction and they took the same amount of Bitcoin. He has no more Bitcoin in his wallet and basically, you know, canceled the other one and took the money out. It's hard to explain. You have to be technically savvy to understand it. A lot of you probably been in Bitcoin for a while and you don't even know what I'm talking about. Now imagine explaining that to your store clerk. It's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. These are the reasons why other coins come out like XRP and Litecoin to solve this problem for businesses. So businesses actually use cryptocurrency, you know, and so keep that in mind, guys. You know, it's not like you're exploiting or hacking Bitcoin in any way, shape, or form. You're basically just kind of finessing the system, right? To make it look like they received it, but they didn't receive it. And that's how you can get away with kind of sending people Bitcoin, but not, you know, but it doesn't go through, right? So that's it for that. I just wanted to explain that to you guys. Let's jump into some price predictions for Litecoin. Litecoin is very simple. They're just trying to solve that problem. It's a peer-to-peer internet currency, zero cost payments, quicker transaction times. They're on a different algorithm, meaning if you want to mine it, they have the MIT/X11 algorithm. You know, they're very simple. They didn't really try to offer the world to anybody. It's just like Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin works, except it's solving that simple problem. Now, there's a lot of other projects solving that simple problem like Bitcoin Cash and everything like that, but they have a lot of credibility being that they've been here for a long time. They have Charlie Lee, and, you know, it just, when people hear, if you've been in cryptocurrency for a long time and you hear something like Bitcoin Cash and then you hear something like Litecoin, like people are automatically going to look at Litecoin just because they're more legitimate. Okay. So let's jump into the price predictor here. As you can see, I put the price of the coin today, which is $43. The price of the coin at its all-time high is $375. The price of the coin at all-time low, which was $1.11, and the total supply of Litecoin, which is 84 million. Okay. Now, if you guys don't know, to predict the future price of a coin, right? You have to do the market cap. The market cap is basically how much money, how much US dollars is in the coin in total, and divide it by the circulating supply, which means how much is out there, right? How much Litecoin is out there. Now, so the real prediction is not the coin's price. The real prediction is predicting how much of market cap it's going to have and how much circulating supply. And now there's a number of ways to do that, okay? So I don't like to jump into specifics because there's no possible way anybody on the internet can ever predict a coin's price, you know, in like a 5-year. It's very hard. Very select people can do it. And, you know, you can't use technical analysis because technical analysis is made for stocks originally. And there's a lot of differences. And, you know, you can use technical analysis for short-term price predictions, but long-term, if somebody's telling you that, be careful. So the article that I got, this is basically right here, market caps of different currencies. So this is just a 1 billion number, 10 billion number. The amount of money in world silver is, you know, $17 billion, right? And different numbers like that, so that I can kind of predict, well, if Litecoin surpasses Google, this is how much it'll be worth. If Litecoin surpasses Berkshire Hathaway, this is how much it's going to cost, right? If Litecoin surpasses the world coins and banknotes, which is basically what it's shooting to do, it's shooting to be the world currency that you can transact on. Will it do that? Maybe not, but you know, it's cool to look at the numbers, and there's different ways we can look at it, right? So how this chart works is called the price predictor calculator. It comes with my course. If you guys don't know how to send, receive, buy, sell, or store cryptocurrency in a confident, that's keyword, confident manner, well, go check out Blockchain Basics. I'll leave the link in the description below. I basically teach you the basics. I'm not trying to guarantee riches. There's a lot of people out there promising you guys riches they know will never happen, and they're making money on the back end off their course. My course is very cheap, okay, and it teaches you confidently navigate Internet 3.0. So if I come here, if we invested $1,000 here, you know, when it was at its all-time low, and we would have got 900 coins. If we would have waited till the all-time high and sold it perfectly, if we were a perfect trader, we would have got, you know, a 33,709% increase on our money, and $1,000 would have turned into 338,000. You know, this is almost impossible. You know, the reason why I showed you guys just for fun math to show you the power of cryptocurrency. Now, if you invest $1,000 today and it went back to its all-time high, which was at 375, and it's also, in my opinion, very likely to happen, you know, that's very realistic to say that cryptocurrency is going to go back to its previous glory. If you believe in blockchain, if you see what's going on in the world right now, you see that people, you know, this quantitative easing, you see the government's doing all these shady things. When you know, fiat currency loses its trust, people go to commodities. What is a commodity? A commodity, something kind of with a fixed or predictable supply. So gold is a commodity, for example, being that 3% of gold's found a year. So we know 3%, that's all. You know, you can't just print gold out of thin air, right? Silver is kind of a commodity. Bitcoin is a commodity. Cryptocurrencies are a commodity. You can see that Bitcoin's kind of deflationary in the fact that the amount of Bitcoin every 15 minutes that are being printed is predictable, and it's cut in half every 4 years. So keep that in mind. When people lose faith in the government, they go and try to preserve their value or their money into commodities. And Bitcoin has been the best producing asset of the past 10 years, as well as 2019. Believe it or not, nobody wants to tell you. You're not going to see that, you know, on these crazy websites, right? You know, the stock websites, you're not going to see that Bitcoin is the best producing asset, but it is. Bitcoin has been the best producing asset of 2019. There has been no stock that has outperformed Bitcoin. Okay, I want you guys to understand that. So I believe, yes, cryptocurrency is going to go back to its future glory. So that $1,000 investment, if you put it today, right, and it goes back to its all-time high, that's a 759% increase, and that $1,000 turns into $8,599. Pretty good, if you ask me. Not bad. Now let's look into the future. Let's look into the 3 to 5 year future. Okay, so the first thing we have to look at is the coin's circulating supply. So currently, if we go to coinmarketcap.com, we can see that the max supply is 84 million, and there's about 64 million Litecoin out there. That's about 75% of the circulating supply. So anything below this 70% is irrelevant for Litecoin. That's I have this, this is basically for everything. It shows all the world's market caps, right? And this is supposed to predict, the majority of coins, but we're looking at Litecoin. So we have to look at anything above 80% of the coin circulating supply, because every 15 minutes, 20 Litecoin are printed basically. So we are looking in the future. So the circulating supply will increase, right? Again, let me tell you guys, the future price of a coin is the market cap divided by the coin's circulating supply. Okay, so we're not really predicting the price of the coin, we're predicting the price of the market cap, and we're predicting the price of the circulating supply. So instead of trying to give you like, this is going to be the circulating supply on this date, no, there's no way anyone can predict that. We have different scenarios. So as you can see here, different market caps. So we can go through it. So let's say, Litecoin turns into the world's silver, right? A lot of people compare Litecoin to silver. They compare Bitcoin, to store of value, gold, and they compare, Ethereum to oil, right? So let's say it becomes the world's silver, and 90% of the coin's circulating supply, this is what CS means, are out there, okay? That means that we'll see a $224 Litecoin, okay? Realistic, it's not even its all-time high. Its all-time high was at $375. Okay, and your $1,000 is going to turn into $5,152. Not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, let's even look at a worst case scenario. Let's say 100% of the circulating supply, which we know is not going to happen for hundreds of years. How the algorithm works, we're not going to see 100% circulating supply, but let's say, worst case scenarios, you're going to see a $202 coin and a $4,637, investment. That's what your investment's going to be from your $1,000. Not bad at all. Very conservative numbers. Now, let's say Litecoin passes Bitcoin's market cap, which at one point Litecoin was at 17 billion. Currently Bitcoin's at 135 billion. So we're basically saying Litecoin's going to reach its all-time glory times 10. So it is kind of a future prediction. So keep that in mind. Now let's say, 80% of the circulating supply at the market cap of Bitcoin, we will see one Litecoin being worth $1,968, and your $1,000 investment is going to turn into $45,097. Not bad. 45xing your money is not a bad investment scenario. Now, I highly doubt it, but if it ever becomes the world's money just for fun, okay, don't, there's a lot of people saying, oh, you're so unrealistic. I'm just doing this for fun to show you guys the potential of cryptocurrency. Now, if we're 1% correct, if the world, the derivative market, which is basically all the world's value, right? If we capture 1% of that, we're going to make a lot of money in the cryptocurrency. So, me going to, coins and banknotes, which is basically the world's money, me going to that, again, this is just fun math. Don't take it serious. The chances of that happening are low. Most likely we'll capture maybe 5% of the world's money, even less than that, which will still make us a lot of money. But if it ever happened, that's like, again, trying to like a 1 in a million chance. But if it does, right, 80% of the circulating supply is out there. That means one coin is going to be worth $113,000. And your $1,000 investment will turn into $2.5 million. Okay, that's just fun math. I think it's really cool that there isn't even a potential out there that this might happen. Even though it's probably less than 1%, that's always a possibility that fiat currencies and government-backed currencies goes and they're unreliable. People realize that. People get smart enough to get into cryptocurrencies. They start putting all their money into cryptocurrencies, or maybe the government wants to get into it because of its technology. And we basically, they call it the turning point, to where all the money starts going into crypto. I highly doubt this is going to happen. What's most realistic to me is that cryptocurrencies are going to take the next infrastructure of the internet, and we're going to see a lot of value being captured, but not all of it. 100% sure about that. Government want their power. They have all the guns. They have all the nukes. They have everything to enforce that. So, I just like to be realistic with you guys. But yeah, that's basically, some price predictions. Again, if you haven't got this price prediction calculator, go check out the link in the description below. We have all different types of market caps here that you can take in consideration. The original article where I got this information is right here. Basically shows you like a picture representation of all the world's market caps. It's pretty interesting stuff. the one I like to look at here is like, this is the world's derivative market. Look at it, starting here, derivatives, world derivatives. That's how much money's in there. And Bitcoin is just one of these boxes. That's what they mean by, if you capture 1% of the world's value, you know, we're going to make a lot of money on our investment. There's no traditional market. It's going to give you these types of returns. Yes, it's one of those decisions you have to make for yourself. You either lose all your money or you make a whole bunch. That's why nobody ever told you to put all your money into cryptocurrency. Only put what you're willing to lose. You know, a lot of my friends that invest, they just simply put like 50 bucks a week. Doesn't have to be crazy, guys. It doesn't have to be crazy. The most value you'll get out of cryptocurrency is basically understanding the next infrastructure. I want you guys to understand that back in the day when nobody understood the internet, the people that understood it the best are now making a whole bunch of money because they understand it better than anybody else and they can navigate it. Now, if you learn blockchain technology and you start getting into Web 3.0 and all the implications of that, which by the way, Google, YouTube have been attacking because of how scared they are about it, right? They're decentralizing the internet. You could be ahead of the curve, right? That $50 you're talking about, you know, in Litecoin, that $50 a week in Bitcoin, you know, guys, let the dream go. Like, a lot of people get into cryptocurrency for the wrong reasons. They think they're going to get rich for, you know, and they go and buy these courses that are worth, you know, $2,000 to buy a course. Now, there's nothing wrong with learning educational material, but when somebody's offering you the world, it has a certain power on your psychology. Don't let people take advantage of you because they're promising you that you're going to be able to trade your way to success or, you know, be able to make millions of dollars of cryptocurrency. If it's too good to be true, don't trust it. Guys, check out Blockchain Basics. It's just simply navigate the internet in a confident manner, not trying to offer anybody any riches or anything like that. Let's have a realistic mindset when coming into cryptocurrency. The big value is understanding the project, seeing what the next, you know, Web 3.0 has to offer. You know, these, you know, price predictions are fun to look at, you know, again, and it's weird, you know, I'm saying this because I experienced a ridiculous return on my money while investing into Ethereum at $7. But I just want you guys to have a balanced, realistic perspective. Acquire skills. But that's it for me ranting. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism, subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with this technology, you will get left behind. Thanks for watching this video. Catch you in the next one.